Let's take a look at this sample day of training from range of motion individualized programming. We start off every session with some dynamic movements, moving our joints through the ranges that they will be completing during that session. You can see some video examples of that here. Then into pre-exercise mobilization work. Again, you can see some examples here of what those drills will look like, which basically prepares our body for the movement by starting to create some movement through the joints where the individual may be suffering from some form of tightness or lack of mobility. Then on to pre-exercise activation work. Again, with demo videos, these turn on the muscles, which we often find are underutilized or underactivated in our clients to create more efficient, safe movement in the sessions that are coming up. The individual will then build to working weights, and now we get into our training for the day. You can see the first piece of training for this day is part of our work capacity testing. So this is a 60-second air bike for max meters. There are 4 different tests we use with our individuals as a test of work capacity. This is testing their glycolytic energy system, their anaerobic lactic capacity, anaerobic glycolysis, and their anaerobic threshold. From there, you see we move on to a power-based session. For this individual on this day, this is an Olympic lifting session. 2 complexes here where the individual will build to a 1 rep max. We use Olympic lifting not only as a way to improve Olympic lifting, but more so because it's such a great tool to improve power. And if our clients want to learn a lot more about this, all of our sessions have detailed session notes. You can see the session notes here, things like the programming science, the reason behind that, health and body composition benefits, the performance benefits, strategy, how it should feel, scaling guidelines, and common mistakes. If we go now back to the program itself, the final piece of training for the day is a relative stamina session. This is improving our individual's ability to be able to perform high repetitions, high numbers of muscle contractions using your body weight as the primary form of resistance. You can see here we have strict chest to ring pull-ups and strict leg raises in a bar dip support. Again, you can see here the session notes, and there is a demo video for each of these movements, so the individual is able to make sure that they are performing the exercises correctly. From there, we move down to an EIP. EIP, or Exercise Improvement Program. This is a series of very short 5-minute sessions that we put at the end of training so the individuals can really work on improving some of these things that may be a weakness for them. For this individual, they have a weakness with their strength, stability, and stamina on the rings. So there is a session to work on that. Again, only 5 minutes. Finally, post-exercise stabilization work with all those demo videos, and post-exercise mobilization work, which allows them to help to recover from that session, but also ensure that any problems or deficiencies we've seen during the session itself, we can start to iron out post-exercise.